So obviously, you know by the title of today's video that I'm going to be sharing how I edit my photos on Instagram. I get a lot of DMs about this, just asking, you know, do you use a preset? What apps do you use, etc., etc. So I thought I would just kind of lay it all out here for you so that you can follow along if you want to edit your pictures like my feet. So there are a couple apps that I use basically to edit every single one of my photos, and they are Facetune, then I go into Vsco Cam, or I don't even know. I still to this day do not know how to pronounce that, but Vsco Cam. And then I go into Lightroom and I just play around with the lighting and also the color tools. So I'll kind of give you a step-by-step based on this photo right here. So this is an unedited photo. Okay, so I opened my photo in Facetune, and the first tool that I'm going to use is the smoothing tool. So just any areas of the skin that just need a little bit more softness. Sometimes the lighting can create shadows, or you can have like an enormous pimple on your face that you want to get rid of, obviously. So I just use the smooth tool to do that. It's really important not to go too crazy on the smooth tool, or else you look kind of like a caricature. We've all seen those over-edited photos. So just try and be conservative with it, just a little bit here and a little bit there. Okay, so once I'm done with the smooth tool, I go into detail. And for the detail tool, I usually pop like the corners of my eyes. I'll also pop eyebrows, eyelashes, and jewelry. Also, if there's anything on what I'm wearing that I want to pop, like a bag or maybe a slogan or something like that, then I will run the detail tool over that as well. Once I'm done in Facetune, I upload my photo onto Vsco Cam. And in Vsco Cam, I use the filter M5, and I only use about 1.5 to 2.5 strength on the filter. I don't want my photos to look super overdone or like super filtered, so it's just a little bit of a buttery kind of undertone that the M5 filter gives, and I really like it. So yeah, 1.5 to about 2.5 of that. Then I go into the grain. Vsco Cam has really good grain. I like it way better than the grain in Lightroom. So I'll normally add about 1 to 1.5 grain on a photo with my face in it. If the photo is like a flat lay or like maybe a headless detail shot of like my outfit, I'll usually go up to like 2.53, just because I find that if you overgrain your face, it looks really bad. But if you overgrain like a flat lay, it still looks really good. So once I'm done in Vsco Cam, I upload my photo onto Lightroom. And in Lightroom, first I'll go to the light tool, and basically depending on where the photo's taken, I will up the exposure a little bit. Normally with indoor photos, you need to up the exposure a little bit because you don't have like that natural sunlight. If I'm taking a photo out in natural light, I generally just leave the exposure where it is. And sometimes if it's really sunny, I'll bring the exposure down. So this tool is kind of photo dependent, so it'll depend on like the lighting that you took your photo in. Next in Lightroom, I go to the color tool and I click on the color yellow. So I basically drag the yellow almost all the way down. I maybe leave like a little bit. Sometimes I drag it fully down, but mostly I just cancel all the yellow out of the photo. I don't really like yellow undertones. M5 is a really great filter because it brightens the whites in the photo, but it kind of leaves this like yellow undertone that's really not cute. So I take all the yellow out. Then I go to the color orange and I bring down the luminance. And basically that kind of gives my tan just a little bit more of a deeper color. It looks more brown that way and less like Oompa Loompa orange, especially because I use like a fake tanner, and sometimes that can give you like an orange cast in photos. So I always bring down the luminance a little bit. And then if there's any sky or waves or anything blue that's like nature in the background, I shoot at the beach a lot. I'll always tone down the blue as well and up the luminance on the blue. And that's basically it. I then save my photo onto my camera roll and then I upload it when it's done. And that's it. Now, there's a couple other apps that I use kind of like sporadically. I don't use them in every photo, just if the photo needs it. One of those apps is called Retouch. So Retouch, basically I use it to eliminate things from the background. I'll insert a photo here. This was taken at the beach and there was actually a ton of people in the water and like up picnicking and stuff, and it just kind of made like the scenery look really bad. So this retouch tool, basically you can drag it and it makes like things in the background disappear. But what it does is it kind of blends it in. So like if you take someone out of the water, it'll replace it with water. So it looks super natural and you can't really tell that there was ever anything there. So I really, really like that tool. Another thing it's really good for is if you have lint on your clothes or something like that and you just want it to like quickly disappear, or you have wrinkles on your clothes, you can use the line tool and you just drag it over the wrinkle and it actually just takes the wrinkle out, so you don't even need to steam your clothes before shooting. I feel like I'm talking so fast. But anyways. Okay, and then one of the last tools that I use while I'm editing is called Snapseed. I basically use the expand tool on this app, and if your background is too small or you've taken the photo too close to where you're sitting and Instagram, you know, only has a certain dimension and your feet are cropped off, or you just want yourself to be further in the background, you can use the expand tool to just make the photo dimensions a little bit bigger. This only really works on plain background. I find that if you try and use it and your body's too close to the edge, it'll give you like a weird, almost like, I don't know, a weird line or something. You kind of have to use it on plain backgrounds or backgrounds that are, I guess, I don't know, less complicated for it to figure out. But it is helpful because I shoot on a lot of white walls, which are pretty bland, and so it's super easy for me to just like expand my background a little bit more. So that's it. That's everything I use to edit all of my Instagram photos. It's pretty simple and I really enjoy being able to kind of tailor it to each specific photo's needs. That's why I don't really love using presets, just because every photo is different. The lighting, the background, what colors you're wearing. Every photo is going to have different qualities. And so it's nice to have a kind of general idea of what you're going to be doing, but being able to kind of make it custom is really important to me. So anyways, I hope this helps answer any questions you had about how I edit my feed, and I'll see you next time.